Our approach is why America's economic recovery was faster and stronger than any other advanced nation in the world.
President Biden claiming the economy is great despite a 40-year high of inflation, sitting at 8.6%. And today, America got a revised gross domestic product number of negative 0.6%. It was at negative 0.9%. The estimate was negative 0.8%. Bottom line, it's still a negative number. Tell us more on when the country could see a turn. Former Trump senior economic advisor Stephen Moore. Stephen, always a pleasure. I can't wait to talk to you about the student loan debt situation with this White House. But let me start with the GDP number. Are we in a recession? Does this still show that? How did you read these numbers? It did improve slightly.
Right. So there was a good news and bad news. I mean, the good news is that the number was revised in an improvement, but it was still negative for the first and second quarter. So the answer to your question is yes, we are in a mild recession right now. No question about that. The thing that's most concerning to me, though, is, that report that came out this morning is looking in the rearview mirror. The real question Americans want to know is where we're headed. And I hate to tell you this, but I've been looking at almost all of the key statistics: manufacturing, construction, housing, consumer spending, small business confidence, and almost every one of those is headed south. And so it's hard to see any improvement on the economy. In fact, I would have to say that things are getting worse, not better. And it looks like this recession is not over by any means. And I'm very I'm very angry about this, because I really believe if we had just stuck with the Trump policies, the U.S. economy would be booming right now. There's no reason why the U.S. economy isn't in an incredible skyrocketing fashion, except for the fact that Biden has put in place all of these policies in taxing and spending and regulating that have really hurt economic growth.
So here we are, inflation at a 40-year high. That's fact. Recession. According to who you talk to, that's fact. 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP. Yeah. We know that is fact, that part there. And then you have the president's student loan debt cancellation plan. For those making less than $125,000 a year, $10,000 of student loan debt will be canceled unless it's a Pell Grant, in which it will be $20,000. There will be a pause on payments on federal student loans until December 31st. The payments are capped at 5%. I'm curious to know your thoughts on executing this forgiveness program. When you look at this here from the University of Pennsylvania, they put this estimate out. It will cost Americans $300 billion to $980 billion over a 10-year budget window, depending on who you ask. Is there ever a right time for something like this? And then is this the right time, considering inflation and recession?
This is a dreadful policy. A lot of people have been asking me about, is this a way for Biden to buy votes? Well, if it is, I think it's a flawed policy, because, I can't tell you how many people are so angry about this. They're furious about this because it strikes normal Americans as just being unfair. It's unfair to the people who did pay their loans. It's unfair to the taxpayers, especially the ones who never went to college. Now they have to pay higher taxes for the kids who did go to college, and the deadbeats. And I'm going to use that term. If you don't repay your loan, you're a deadbeat. And, as an economist, one thing that really irritates me about Washington is we reward vice and punish virtue. And in this case, that's exactly what we're doing. We're rewarding the people who are the bad actors who have not paid back their loans. That's what a stand-up, responsible person does. And then we're punishing people like my wife, who saved after she got out of college from her paycheck. She wasn't rich by any means, and she did the right thing. She repaid her loan, and now she looks like she's the chump.
Is there any impact that this plan, this student loan debt cancellation from this White House would have? Is there any impact on inflation?
Yeah, it's where the inflation is going to be really felt, in my opinion, is you're going to see a further acceleration in the tuitions that these colleges are charging. I've said this many times on Newsmax. I'll say it again. the single greatest financial scam in America over the last 30 years is the outrageous increases in tuition that these fat and happy universities are charging our families, and then they're having the kids get these loans, and sometimes they graduate from college with six-figure debts of $100,000 or more. I feel very strongly if anybody is going to be on the hook for this unpaid student debt, it should not be taxpayers. It should be the universities themselves who ripped off these families. And they have, I just looked at the numbers, they have $600 to $700 billion of endowments.
Yeah.
Why don't we tax those endowments rather than taxing you and me?
Well, it doesn't solve the systemic problem, which is the constant raise of tuition prices, the raising of on-campus housing. I mean, these numbers just continue to skyrocket. And if you do give someone 10 grand, what's to say the tuition won't go up 10 grand?
Exactly. That was the point. You said it very well. That's what I meant to say, is that every time we have increased the generosity of these student loan programs in the name of, quote, making college more affordable, we've made college less affordable, because you know what the universities do. As soon as the student loan amounts go up, they simply raise their tuitions. And that puts, by the way, a real financial squeeze on the people who aren't taking loans and actually paying out of pocket. So the answer to your question is yes, this will make inflation worse. Number one, because it's more government debt, more printing of money. And number two, it incentivizes the universities to raise their tuitions.
Right. That is the economic lens on student loan debt cancellation from the White House. They're from Stephen Moore. A lot of lenses,
by the way,
too.
There is a good case to be made, and you were talking about this earlier, but I want to reiterate it. There's a very good case to be made that the president does not have the constitutional authority to spend this money without the approval of Congress.
Yeah.
This should demand a vote in Congress.
Yeah, the HEROES Act that he's using there for essentially military members through Iraq, Afghanistan, et cetera, as if there is a national emergency. If you argue that Title 42 should exist, there is no national emergency. We'll leave it right there. Stephen Moore, good to see you as always. Take care.
Have a great day.